American justice system. So, Megan, what does a day in the life of one of these agents entail?
All right, so there's definitely some running, tackling, and weapon wielding. The agents I talked to had been shot, stabbed, kicked, bitten, and even pushed off a balcony. But the job also includes meticulous research, the ability to work undercover, and being able to talk a person down during a very high-intensity situation, when weapons are almost always in the equation.
It's him. Rock and roll. Hey, turn around, hands on the vehicle right now.
A lot more goes into actually getting the guy than you'd think.
It is an adrenaline rush, I will say, but you have to maintain your calmness. You have to be level-headed.
It starts with research, knowing your fugitive.
If they're resisting arrest, they're probably going to be a fighter. If they have, failure to appear, they're going to probably be a runner. I mean, you're just different things. If they have weapons charges, you're going to anticipate they have weapons in the house.
To gain more information, sometimes these agents need to create an alias.
I've pretended to be a reporter. I've pretended to be a producer from a major cable company.
Me and the other guy were pretending to be like photographers for some magazine, doing a special on like old cemeteries or old graveyards.
Drew Perkins even keeps a Papa John's uniform and empty boxes in his car so he can pretend to be delivering pizzas, all to gather information. And inevitably, there's a stakeout involved.
You're driving with zero sleep for 36 hours, and you're living on energy drinks, and it's not for everybody.
Hey, come here! Open the door now!
And then hours, days, or even weeks later.
He's got a warrant for his arrest.
There's the capture.
In your hands, stop resisting.
Now, they're combat conditions. I've been shot at with AK-47s out doing the job. I've been hit by a car. I've been dragged off a building trying to apprehend a subject.
I've been shot at. I've had guns pulled on me. I've had things thrown at me. I've had dogs come after me. But the more prepared you are, the better off you're going to be.
But there's not always tackling involved. Actually, for the most part, the whole process is uneventful.
A lot of times, I have found that if a person skips court, it's because it was a simple mistake. They forgot. They got their court date switched.
That's why fugitive recovery agents say this.
When I say,
is not all that accurate.
It's a show. I couldn't catch anybody if I walked around with, an open shirt and cowboy boots and, long WWE hair. When someone hears the term bounty hunter, their mind automatically goes to Dog the Bounty Hunter. I believe a lot of it is for entertainment purposes. And there's no entertainment in bounty hunting.
These agents say the reality show hurts their profession's legitimacy.
It's not a true picture of the situation. I mean, and at the end of the day, these are still criminals. These are still potentially dangerous people. And you're still providing a service really to the community, whether they realize it or not.
And credibility comes with a high-profile recovery. Michiana residents might remember the name of one of their fugitive cases from last year. In May 2013, Daniel Pennington of Goshen was sentenced to 23 years in prison after pleading guilty to felony child neglect and obstruction of justice. His girlfriend's 19-month-old daughter was killed in May of 2011 when she fell out of Pennington's moving car. But Pennington fled to Michigan, where he hid out for more than 5 months before bounty hunters uncovered his trail.
We're going after him. We're in Decatur, Michigan. We got information from a family member that this is where he was. We've confirmed the girlfriend's son out here.
Yeah.
Come on, Daniel, where's he at?
In this case, Michigan police assisted the team, which helped when Pennington made a run for it.
You had him? Hey, we got him! He's crying and shit from her.
It's all right.
I couldn't hear shit.
All right, guys, it's all right.
You gonna put me in check with mom? It's fine, baby.
I told you.
I couldn't hear, dude. I couldn't hear.
We got him.
He was booked into the Elkhart County Jail the same day. His case serves as an example of a successful recovery mission that would not have been possible without the investigation and labor of Michiana's bail enforcement agents. You might remember Daniel Pennington and his girlfriend lived at Goshen at the time their toddler was killed. Couple originally reported the girl's death to the police as a hit and run. Investigators determined that those reports were false, and both were sentenced to time in prison.
Yeah, good to see him walking the walk. And we rarely hear the successful recovery missions these days, but really, most of these agents seem to fly under the radar.
Right. As one agent put it, for every high-profile case where shots are fired, there are about 99 cases where the fugitive is returned quietly without any issue. Unfortunately, it's those cases where the shots ring out that a lot of people associate with fugitive recovery agents.
Yeah, well, very interesting.
In part 3 of my series, we'll take a look at another Michiana case that agents say cast a negative light on their profession this summer. Part 3 airs tomorrow night, just before 6.
Okay, looking forward to it, Megan. Thanks a lot, and we're back after this.